Hey everyone, it's Amy from thecrazycraftlady.com. I'm here today to share my public service announcement about Christmas printables. If you scroll Pinterest for any amount of time leading up to the holiday season, you will know that there are a ton of Christmas and holiday printables out there to be had. Whether they are free printables, like that you can just download, free printables that you subscribe to be an email subscriber for, which is what I offer, Exhibit A. You can just type in your email address. I will email you the printables. I have a full free printables library for my email subscribers. It's really fun. Or if you want to purchase printables, Etsy is a great place for this. If you want to support a small business at the holiday season, buy printables on Etsy. Okay. Now, what do you do with all these printables? Because we can only have so many gallery walls, right? Like, there's a limit to how many we can hang on our walls. So I love printing them as gift tags. I love printing them as holiday cards. I like using them as background desktops. If you download a digital file, save it as a desktop on your computer. But today we're gonna make Christmas ornaments out of them. Hooray! So just another fun use to put these printables to use at holiday time, because they're way too cute to stay in a digital file stored on someone's computer somewhere. So let's get making. So first things first is you want to print out whatever printable you want to use for this. So this original printable was an 8x10, so I printed it out at 35% on white cardstock. It's really important to use cardstock instead of just printer paper because you want it to be a bit thicker. And then you want to grab your wooden craft popsicle sticks and trim them down to size. So with my printables being printed at 35%, 4 inches was kind of a good size for me. You could make these ornaments bigger or smaller, just depending on your personal preference. So just cut one stick down to 4 inches and then use that as your template for the rest of the popsicle sticks to make sure that they're all exactly the same length. I love my Fiskars heavy duty crafting shears for this because sometimes cutting through popsicle sticks can be a bit tricky and a bit difficult, and you don't want to ruin like your regular crafting scissors that you use on paper. So these kind of have like a serrated edge, which makes it great for these types of projects. And then do your best, because you're going to be doubling up these popsicle sticks, to cut them like at a perfect 90-degree angle to make sure those edges are perfectly square. And then, this is optional, I stained my wooden craft sticks. Make sure you get on all the edges and then that front flat surface. You don't have to do the back because we'll be doubling them up. But for this, I used Americana brand gel stain in the color Oak, which is one of my favorite go-to gel stains. I like it because it no crazy fumes or anything, but if you have, you know, Minwax or whatever stain, if you want to go outside and stain these, or even if you want to paint them, the options are kind of endless. Or you could just leave it plain unfinished wood if that's your preference. And then once that's all done, if there's any excess gel stain, wipe it off with a paper towel and then kind of let everything dry. Then it's time to trim your cardstock. So I just use a paper trimmer, and you're gonna cut all 4 edges. So on the top and the bottom, you're gonna leave about 1/4 of an inch excess paper, and that's gonna go between the popsicle sticks. But on the left and the right, you wanna trim it right up to the edge of the printable. So because this is a black background, I didn't wanna leave any white on the edges, so I trimmed right up to the edge. Then you want to cut some twine to serve as your hanger. So cut a 10-inch length of twine or even thin ribbon. Give it a simple knot in the middle. And then you're going to grab hot glue and put everything together. So center your printable on the inside unfinished, unstained edge of a wooden craft stick. Make sure that it's perfectly centered, smooth it down, then hot glue both ends of the twine or ribbon or whatever you're using onto the wood craft stick as well, and then top it off with another wood craft stick. So this is why you didn't have to stain both sides, because the unfinished edge will be sandwiched and holding the printable in place. So repeat that on the bottom. On the bottom, of course, you don't have to add the hanger, so it's just glue the bottom edge of the printable to the wood craft stick and then add another one on top. Easy peasy. So then just repeat this process as many times as you want to make as many ornaments as you like. So just trim down to size, cut a 10-inch length of twine or ribbon. 10 inches worked really well for this size. So if it's a 4-inch wooden craft stick on the top and the bottom, a 10-inch length of twine, the ratio kind of worked out pretty well. And then hot glue everything together. Sandwich the printable and the twine between 2 wooden craft sticks and secure everything with hot glue. But that's it. I just think this is a super fun and creative way to use those printables. Because like I said, we can't have infinite gallery walls in our house as much as I would love that idea. It's not quite feasible. But I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Until next time, happy making.